DrumPerfect can assign up to 16 samples for each instrument, and as you play your pattern, it randomizes them. In this case, only the 8 samples on the left are active. If you want to use the 8 samples on the right, go to the grid page and push upwards on the beat that you want to use for the samples on the right. DrumPerfect Pro lets you assign different velocities for every beat for each of your instruments. Now that's not unusual for a drum machine. What is different is that you can have 2 different sets, an A velocity and a B velocity. You use the A velocity as your main velocity and the B velocity for your variations. And then you use the probability slider to tell DrumPerfect Pro how often you want to use the B velocity. So how can that work for you? If you do a long press on the A and B button, it brings up some macros. By pressing this button, I can set the A velocity to 1, all the way up. By pressing this button, I can turn all the B velocities off. As I move the slider around, I get some very unsubtle effects, but I'm doing this to give you the idea. The possibilities for setting the A and B velocities and the probability slider are endless, and you can get some extremely realistic and constantly changing effects. DrumPerfect Pro has great flexibility with time signatures. On the top you can have any number from 1 to 32, and on the bottom you can have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, or 32. So if you wanted to make a song in 17/4 time, it's really easy to set up. This is useful because many apps in the store, from figure to patterning, also allow unusual signatures and can be synced up to DrumPerfect Pro. Now, all drum machines will let you subdivide your measures by 4 and get a total of 16 beats in 4/4 time. Some will let you subdivide by 8 and get 32 beats. DrumPerfect Pro will let you subdivide by 16 and get up to 64 beats in 4/4 pattern. Also, you can subdivide each measure by different amounts. With DrumPerfect Pro, you have more space to give names to your patterns than on most drum apps. You can assign one of 16 colors to each of your patterns. So for example, I can look at this and see that all the yellow ones are drum fills. Using the part feature, you can take multiple patterns and give all of them one spot on your timeline. It's probably enough for me to say that DrumPerfect Pro lets you output each one of your 16 drum instruments to separate audio tracks. You know what that means. You never have to concern yourself with the relative velocity of instruments or panning or wasting resources with reverb. But I just like watching this.